And the fall is getting an avalanche of products. You know, we just did the 25 Topps knockout videos. We are here with the 2025 Topps Finest checklist video. Let's talk about some information surrounding the product. Then we'll dive into the checklist and see, you know, what kind of names are in this, what type of rookies are in this, what type of first autos are in this. First up, when is it coming out, right? Important information to know for everyone. Right now, November 7th. You guys can see here. We have November 7th now. I would not be surprised if this gets pushed back, right? We saw this get pushed back twice. Knockout got pushed back twice, and it's set to come out in this week, October 24th. So I would not be surprised one bit if 2025 Finest gets pushed back, you know, a week, possibly 2 weeks. But as of right now, it is still set to drop right here at November 7th. Next up is going to be the pricing. And man, I have a video coming that just came out about the pricing on some of these products with the resellers, and it is pretty insane. As we know, 2025 Topps Finest from the Topps dropped at $169.99. Not bad, dude. Honestly, I like that price tag. That is right around where it was last year. I think that's a good price for it. Obviously cheaper is always better, right? But if you know, as nowadays 170 for Finest, I think that's a pretty decent price tag and something that is not you know, out of the realm of possibility to get value for most people. Like most people's boxes, I think will you know, be somewhat happy with it on the price tag of 170. Let's check out the resellers, and I pulled up some of the big resellers here. We have first up blow up cards, 275. Insane. 275. We got Steel City, 275. Insane. We got DA Card World, 275. You can see the theme, right? The theme is all of them are going to be upcharging you over $100, man. Over $100. If you can avoid it, do not buy this product from the resellers, man. You can go on eBay. eBay was all over the place, right? But some of them were a little bit cheaper. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the product as quick as you would if you're buying from one of these resellers. The resellers usually get it to you on the day of the release. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy this information, please like the video, subscribe for future videos, because I do a lot of videos like this, and think about joining the BAT crew. You get a bunch of perks that you can check out in the description when you join the BAT crew. Thanks for watching. All right, let's get into some product info. Box configuration, we got 10 cards per pack, 6 packs per box, 8 boxes per case. The guaranteed hits here, guaranteed hits. And this was a little interesting on this list for this product. We have 2 autographs. We have 1 X-Fractor parallel. So it's going to be like the checkerboard parallel. So it's going to be one of those per box. Kind of, you know, an interesting thing there. If you like to complete sets or whatnot, those are going to be 1 per box. We have 2 base refractors, guaranteed. We have 5 base parallels. So you're going to get 5 numbered cards in this product. And they are going to be base cards, it seems like, on the 5 base parallels. We have 8 inserts, so a decent amount of inserts. I kind of like that because I'm a set collector. I like to collect, you know, base insert sets, so that could be kind of fun. And then we have, you know, we got the 3-tiered base system, right, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So we have 2 base cards, 2 rare base cards per box, 6 uncommon base cards per box, and 34 common base cards per box. So a lot of base in Finest, right? And let's talk about the guaranteed hits and talk about like potential return on value. So I like to do this with all the products, right? We'll be conservative and say that for sure guaranteed hits are 2 autos and 5 base parallels. So that's going to be 7, right? Now they do have SSPs in here, which we'll talk about again in a little bit. We got a lot to cover in this video. And those could be in your box. You know, could be one of the 8 inserts. Obviously it's not a guarantee, so we're not going to count that. We're going to go conservative and say that it is 7 guaranteed hits in this product, the 2 autos and the 5 parallels. So if we take the Topps drop price, $169.99, divide that by 7, $24.28 per hit. Honestly, that's not too bad. Whenever I've been doing this kind of metric on the products, it has seemed to be kind of like mid to low 30s. So to be 24 is actually really solid, and I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now, if we do that same thing with the reseller price at $275 divided by 7, that is $39.29 per hit. $39.29 per hit compared to $24.29. So that is like a huge discrepancy, man. That's terrible. That is terrible, and that's why I'm saying, like, if you can avoid the reseller, just don't buy it from the resellers. I would do that because it is going to be very difficult to recoup your money at that price tag. All right, let's talk about the base set, dude. Let's hit the base set. We got 3 tiers, obviously, 300 card base set. We're going to look at all the checklists in a little bit. Last year, there was very little difference, if any difference, in pricing between the different base cards. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was seeing, the rare, uncommon, and common were all kind of selling very similarly. There wasn't necessarily a big upcharge on any of the base cards. Now, last year, the design did look very similar with all 3 of them, and this year I've seen leaks of 2 cards, which I'll flash on the screen, and they do look similar as well. So last year, my biggest gripe with the base card design was that the 3 of them were too similar. It was kind of hard to differentiate, rare, uncommon, and common. And the more rare, right? To me, it should look a little more badass, and it should look a little more rare, in my opinion. And they all kind of look and felt the same as far as the design goes. So kind of we got that with the base set. We do have a couple interesting things to talk about with the inserts before we look at the checklist. So we do have case hits in this, and we have case hits. Again, the odds aren't out. I will deep dive into that and investigate more on the real rarity behind these. Case hit is kind of an arbitrary thing. What are we talking? Are we talking 1 case hit? Are you just saying case hit? Like, we'll really get into the numbers once more details come out. So subscribe if you're not already. But we have the monochrome, the Fandemonium, framed in white, and blinding lights. And as of filming this, we have 2 of those cards, so I'll flash those 2. The monochrome is this one, and then we got the framed in white is going to be this one. So again, we will investigate more, but they do have potential case hits in this, which I always appreciate, man. Last year, the die cut glove sold really well. And a few of the other SSPs sold really well from different products last year. So hitting one of those can really juice your box up. Fingers crossed that me and you can hit one of those on our boxes if you ordered one. So good luck with that. So let's do a quick recap on some of the biggest rookies in this product, and I will tell you where they are in the checklist and how many cards they have. So first up, we have Josh Van. He's going to be in the common, uncommon, showstoppers, and the finest rookie auto. So he's got 4 cards. We got Gian Silva. He's going to be common, uncommon, rare, finishers, monochrome, which is a case hit, Fandemonium, which is a case hit, and finest rookie auto. So he's got 7 cards. Next up, Rene De Reader, RDR. Is he still a huge rookie chase? I mean, after getting beat by Brendan Allen, that's it's up to you. That's going to be your opinion on what you think of him at this point after kind of getting a TKO on the stool. But he is in the common, uncommon, rare, finishers, monochrome, which is a case hit, and the finest rookie auto. So he's got 6 cards. Peyton Talbot, going to be fighting Henry Cejudo. We got the common, uncommon, rare, finishers, Fandemonium, which is a case hit, blinding lights, which is a case hit, and finest rookie auto. So he's got 7 cards. Carlos Prates, we got the common, the rare, the finishers, the framed in white, which is a case hit, and the finest rookie auto. He's got 5 cards. And Mauricio Santos, aka Mauricio Rufy, we've got common, uncommon, rare, finishers, Fandemonium, which is a case hit, and the framed in white, which is a case hit. So he's got 6 cards. And for the first autos, when I was skimming this, I could not find anything that flashed out to me as first autos. If you know there is a first auto, please put it in the comments and I will pin it in a comment as like an edit. But from what I could check out, I could not find any first autos. Also, go check out MMA Rookies. Henry does a great job with that database. Makes it easy to read. You can go through the checklists and figure out what the rookies are and what the first autos are very easily also. All right, now let's jump into the base set, man. And this checklist is absolutely monstrous, right? Again, we got 300 cards to go through here. So we've got what looks to be, the base, uncommon, and the rare. And we've got some different names in each one. Now this is 300 names. I do have my water ready. It's going to be a lot of talking, but I don't want to go through every single name in the base set checklist. I think that would be kind of boring, but I will go through all the rookies. And also we have 86 out of 300 on the base checklist are rookies, right? So that is a 29% rookie rate. Again, when we looked at knockout with that checklist, that was a 50% rookie rate. So kind of something to keep in mind whenever you're going through this product. So we got Eileen Perez, we got RDR, Joanderson Brito, Rinya Nakamura, Gian Silva, Gene Matsumoto, Steve Urseg, Jonathan Martinez, Mauricio Rufy, Zell Huber, Orobai, Gabriel Bonfim, Christian Duncan, Talbot, Asakura, Landwehr, Pennington, Josh Van, Muhammadjan Naimov, Carlos Prates, Kopolov, Vinicius Oliveira, Asu Amabayev, Jose Mariscal, Waldo Cortez, Jasmine Jusevicius, Vinicius Oliveira again, Amir Albazi, Kopolov. Again, we have multiple of these rookies are in, some of them are in 3, like we talked about earlier. Some of them are in 2 and 1. So it just kind of depends on that specific rookie, how many different spots are going to be in this base set checklist. Waldo Cortez, Eduardo Mora. We got Shamil Gaziv, Charles Jourdain. Air Jourdain with a big knockout, dude. Pretty nasty. Or not knockout, but a win. He had a nasty knee that he landed in his fight. Esteban Ribovic, Nazim Sadikov, Jonathan Martinez, Steve Urseg, Daniel Marcos, Luana Santos, Gene Matsumoto, Asu Amabaya, Marcus McGee, Trevor Peak, Rene De Reader. Man, and my computer is slow this morning, so it's kind of giving me issues whenever I'm scrolling, so bear with me. Gabriel Bonfim, Victoria Dudakova, Daniel Zahuber, Miktabik Orobai, Christian Duncan, Carl Williams. Let's see. Dude, so many names. So many names. All right. Farid Basharat, Kaya Sakura, Mauricio Santos again, Vitor Petrino, Josh Van again, Jose Mariscal, Toshiyama Kazama, Mullins, Bellato. Dude, Bellato, I think that dude's done. He's good. He dropped a couple of quick ones. I think he's done. Trey Waters, Modestas, Bukaskis, Bogdan Guskov, Hyungsung Park, Muhammadjan Naimov again, Claudio Ribeiro, Nurulio Alayev, Vitor Henry, Ishmael Bonfim, Peyton Talbot, Gene Silva, and we are finally to the rare. So we still got more names, right? Peyton Talbot, Rene De Reader, Shamil Gaziv, Kaya Sakura, Marlon Vera. That's not Cheeto, is it? Hold on. Marlon Vera. Interesting. I wonder, hopefully he's not printed as a rookie because that would be silly. Danny Barlow, Weston Wilson, Carlos Prates, Marcus McGee, Mauricio Santos again, Nate Landwehr, Eileen Perez, Vitor Petrino, Kopolov, Joanderson Brito, Rinya Nakamura, and Jean Silva. All right, so that is all the base cards. Again, massive base set, man. And honestly, I mean, after reading that, you guys probably understand why I don't necessarily love the 300 card base set. Like, it's just super bloated. But I forgot to mention this whenever we were talking about the release. This was up for sale for quite a while, meaning that they probably had a good amount of boxes produced in order to distribute. So yeah, take that for what it is. Next up, we'll talk about the inserts before we go into the auto. So let's talk about the showstoppers here. And again, I'll talk about when one is a SSP, but this one's not, so this should be normal. And we have some of these pictures, right? Anytime we have a leaked picture or Topps gives us a picture, I'm going to be flashing it on the screen. Obviously, we don't have all of them. It's still pretty early in this potential release. Showstoppers, we got 3 rookies, so Van, Matsumoto, and Steve Urseg. Patty Plimblet, Machado Gary, Alexa Grasso, Diego Lopez, Piotr Jan, Olives, Aljo, Aaron Blanchfield, Shavkat, Mackenzie Dern, Bo Nickel, Josh Van, Marab, Shimatsumoto, Bilal, Michael Chandler, Colby Covington, O'Malley, Ankalaev, Uzman, Shevchenko, Barber, Urseg, Leon Edwards, and Michael Page. 25 card set, so not necessarily a small set, and that's going to be the case for most, if not all, of these inserts. Intimidators, again, we had it last year, did pretty well. The Intimidators autos especially did pretty well. So I'll be interested to see kind of if that trend continues or what happens there with those. We got Dan Hooker, John Jones, Ilya Taporia, Patty Plimblet, Kayla Harrison, Rose, Yuri, McGregor, Oliveira. Vinicius. Okay, so we got 1 rookie. Islam, Anderson Silva, Manon Farrow, Jandaroba, Duplessis, Pennington, Poirier, Hamzat, Strickland, Izzy, Habib Anumar, Justin Gaethje, Aldo, GSP, Suarez, Botan, Evloev, Chuck Liddell, JDM, and the Reaper, Robert Whitaker. So 30 card set. Pretty big again, dude. Pretty big again. And we get 8 inserts per box, right? So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of these. So hopefully these look pretty good. The finishers, we got a bunch of rookies in this one. And we got Talbot, Prates, Jean Silva, Christian Duncan, RDR, and Rufy We got all 4 fighting nerds in here that are chases from this year. That would be kind of a fun set. If you're a fighting nerds fan, you gotta complete the set of those 4, right, with the finisher cards, because that would be pretty sick. We got Talbot, Pantoja, Protest, Chimaev, Buckley, Volk, Michael Morales, Aspinall, Sean Silva, Alice Garoff, Shara, Olberg, Holloway, Raul Rosas, John Jones, Christian Duncan, RDR, Tyra, Zhang Weili, Caio, Natalia, Cristina De Silva, Justin Gaethje, Armand, Sean Brady, Mauricio Santos. That's actually a pretty good checklist, man. Not bad. A lot of up-and-comers, a lot of rookies. The 25-card set list, but a pretty good list on that one. Golden moments. And I am excited to see this one. These should be action shots, right? What moments are they going to choose? These moments cards are almost always one of the better photography sets that they have, so I'm excited to check these out. Shevchenko, Oliveira, Aspinall, McGregor, O'Malley, Holloway, Pereira, Dvalishvili, Adesanya, Namajunas, Bilal, Islam, Raquel Pennington, Pantoja, Habib, Topuria, Grasso, Weili, Volk, Poirier. Yeah, excited to see what they do with those. And they're also, I believe there's also an auto version of Golden Moments. We'll check that out in a little bit once we get there. Okay, we are now into SSP territory, right? What does that mean? What do case hits mean? Again, we'll find out more once the odds get released. But we got the monochrome. So let's check out what we got. We got 2 rookies. We got Day Reader and Gian Silva. Volk, Topuria, Pimblett, Duplessis, O'Malley, Holloway, Shavkat, McGregor, Harrison, RDR, Islam, Jean Silva, Habib, Oliveira, Strickland, Adesanya, Gaethje, Poirier, Pantoja, John Jones. Pretty good checklist, man. Pretty good checklist. And I like the way these look right now. Well, again, we'll see when we get more pics of them when they're in the real world. But I like the monochrome finish, so we'll see kind of how that one ends up playing out when it's in hand. We got Talbot, Gene Silva, and Mauricio Rufy as rookies in the Fandemonium. What are they going to choose on this one? I'm very interested. Is it going to be like people with the fans in the back, like a crowd shot? Is it going to be people like on walkouts? That would be kind of sick, actually. They haven't done enough like walkout shots. That would be cool in a good photo. Maybe we get that. So from this name anyway, I'm interested to see what we got with the Fandemonium. Again, this is going to be a case hit, whatever that means. We got Bo Nickel, Habib, Mackenzie Dern, Tom Aspinall, Leon Edwards, Ilya, Caio, Alexa Grasso, DDP, Weili, Blanchfield, Holloway, Volk, Raul Rosas, Justin Gaethje, Sean Strickland, Charles Oliveira, Peyton Talbot, Jean Silva, Paddy Pimblett, Potan, Rufy, Dustin Poirier, O'Malley, and Aljo. 25 card set there. Framed in white. Again, another case hit. What does it mean? We don't know. Mauricio Santos, Vinicius Oliveira, and Carlos Prates. 30 card set. Pretty large here. Not super happy about that. I am interested to see how these play out design-wise, because I like kind of like simple, simplistic, clean designs. And this one has, some line work on it. It's got some designs, but it's pretty chill. So this one might be like an icy white. We'll see what happens when we see it in person. Natalia, Cristina De Silva, Ankalaev, Weili, Diego Lopez, Merab, Shevchenko, Rufy, Vinicius Oliveira, Aspinall, Caio, GSP, Venom, Bo Nickel, Rose, Ian McGarry. We got Prohashka, Hamza, Umar, Bilal, JDM, Dan Hooker, Armand, Alexa Grasso, Sean Brady, Anderson Silva, Macy Barber, Carlos Prates, Evloev, Nunez. We haven't said Nunez much in this product. And Ikram Alaskarov. And lastly, for the inserts, for the case hits, it is the blinding lights. Are we going to get the weekend on this checklist? We got Ian Machado, Gary, Peyton Talbot is the only rookie, JDM, Shara, Diego Lopez, Ikram Alaskarov, Michael Chandler, Umar, Pantoja, Kayla Harrison, Shevchenko, Alex Pereira, Chuck Liddell, Hamza Chimaev, Shavkat, Olberg, Whitaker, McGregor, Buckley, Yuri, Islam, Furo, Big Onk, GSP, and John Jones. Decent checklist there. We got a couple people that haven't necessarily made their way all the way to the top yet, but definitely some good names on that one. All right, and now we will talk about the autos in this set. And again, we know that the 2 autos are, a big chunk of that price per guarantee that really kind of lets us know if there is any value in this product. So these are definitely checklists that you always want to pay attention to. And we have some interesting cards in this auto set as well, like Thoughts from the Boss. Definitely want to check that one out and see what that's kind of got us. So let's check out the autos in this set. Finest autographs, and look how big this one is, right? So we know that this is a high chance. Whenever the odds come out, there's going to be a high chance that we hit one of these. Let's see who's in here. We got Amir Albazi, Lemos, Ribas, Anthony Smith, Adrian Yanez, Zahabi, Brandon Royval, Blades, Durden, Garbrandt, Liddell, Sonnen, Weidman, DC, Reyes, Frankie Edgar, Padilla, Giga Shikaze, Jeff Neal, Greg Rodriguez, Ian Machado, Gary, Joaquin Buckley, Josh Emmett, Hermanson, Jenkins, Jordan Jacek, Jalton Maladino, Jusida Vicious. Ooh, I think she lost this weekend actually, but by TKO. Jalen Turner, who may be coming back out of retirement, and if he does, I'm hyped. Sarmanara, King Green, Kyler Phillips, Karine Silva, Kalen Vieira, Ludovic Klein, Lerone Murphy, Luana Pinheiro, Mario Batista, Beast Boy, Mike Davis, Evloyev, Mario Godinez Gonzalez, Matt Hughes, Vittori, Maverick, Bueno, Rebecca Tate, Marlon Vera, Nicholas Dalby, Imavov. I think it was Cheeto that they put as marked as a rookie. That's going to be hilarious if he has a rookie badge on that card. Nasruddin Imavov, Norma Dumont, Paul Craig, Piero Rodriguez, Randy Brown, Roman Delize, Rashad Evans, Hoyce, Ricky Simone, Ryan Spann, Rob Font, Renat, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Sean Woodson, Tiago Moises, Tabitha Ricci, Aitu Ivasa, Uriah Faber, and Yadong Song. Massive checklist there on the finest autographs. And look at this tiny little checklist here. Finest moments. We like the moments, dude. We like the moments, and this one could be a really nice one. Again, this is probably going to be a low odds to hit one of these. Let's see who's in here. Potan, Volk, Oliver, Frank Mir, Ilya Topuria, Jose Aldo, Leon Edwards, Holloway, Miocic, and O'Malley. Personally, I could do without Mir in this checklist, but everyone else on here, decent names, pretty solid. Excited to see the photography that we get from that. And the thoughts from the boss. People are hyped about this. And these are going to do well. These are going to do very well. They've done well in the past. Everybody likes them. And let's check it out. So one thing that I was worried about with this checklist, right, is I was like, are they going to give us a ton of repeat signers on the thoughts from the boss? I was hoping they gave us a lot of new blood. So let's see. We got Dana and Tom. Yep, perfect. That's what I want. We got Max Holloway and Dana White. I don't know if Max already has one of these. He definitely could have one of these already. Islam and Dana, perfect. He doesn't have one, I don't think. Dana and John, they definitely have a bunch. Kayla Harrison, Dana, yep, that's new. Dana McGregor, they already have some. Dana and O'Malley, yep, that's awesome. Dana and Potan, yep, that's awesome. Valentina and Dana, I think they have one already. Again, this is something that I would go check, because if this pairing has already happened in the past, it's going to be probably a better and more valuable card if you get the original that was released, years ago than getting the more modern one now. Dependent on, the parallels and the print run on each of those, I would do that research as well before you make that distinction. But it may also be cheaper getting the one that was older than trying to get it right around whenever this product drops. And Topuria and Dana White. So we definitely have some good pairings in here as far as people that for sure do not have a Thoughts from the Boss. For sure, we don't have Aspinall, Dana, Islam, Dana, Kayla Harrison, Dana, O'Malley, Dana, Pereira, Dana, and Ilya Dana. So that's over half of the Thoughts from the Boss. I am pretty happy with that. Good job. All right, we got the finest rookie autos. And again, we have no rookie autos in any of these checklists besides the finest rookie auto. And so we got a ton of rookies here. Let's go through all these. We got Eileen Perez, Christian Duncan, Charles Jourdain, Prates, Barlow, Marcos, Zell Huber, Eduardo Mora, Ribovic, Basharat, Gabriel Bonfim, Ismail Bonfim, Hyosung Park, Joanison Brito, Jose Mariscal, Jonathan Martinez, Matsumoto, Jean Silva, Josh Van, Kai Sakura, Luana Santos, Marcus McGee, Melissa Mullins, Mohamed John Naimov, Miktibik Orobai, Modestas Bukaskis, Nate Landwehr, Nazim Sadikov, Peyton Talbot, Balato, Kopolov, Nakamura, RDR, Cedricus Dumas, Steve Urseg, Toshiyama Kazama, Trevor Peak, Trey Waters, Vitor Henry, Vinicius Oliveira, Vitor Petrino, Waldo Cortez, and Weston Wilson. That seems to be about the usual suspects. That's about what I would expect. I did not, again, for the first auto, I could not find anybody in here that was jumping out on me as having a first auto, but definitely figure that out, because that's going to be a big chase card. And especially these finest rookie autos were really nice last year. I like the fit and finish. The design looks to be somewhat similar, so I think they will do pretty well. And they're on-card auto, right? So could definitely be a good hit. We want to hit one of those in our boxes. All right. And the finest, not to be confused with finest. We got the finest now. Way different, dude. Way different. We got Alexa Grasso, Alexandre Pantoja, Armand Sarukian, Colby Covington, Conor McGregor, DDP, Diego Lopez, Dustin Poirier, Blanchfield, GSP, Izzy, Islam, Justin Gaethje, John Jones, Kayla Harrison, Habib, Marab, Manny Farrow, Raquel Pennington, Shavkat, Sean Strickland, Tom Aspinall, Umar, Valentina, and Whaley. Not too bad, honestly. There's a couple of names that I wouldn't want to hit, but overall, not too bad. Showstopper Auto. What is this? This is going to be an interesting one too. I'm guessing it's like right after a big celebration. And I am hyped that we are seeing more Yuri cards in here because I haven't hit anything big from Yuri or really anything at all from Yuri in any of my products. So that would be kind of cool. Showstopper Auto. We got Bo Nickel, Kyle, Cyril Gahn, Chase Hooper, Davison Figueiredo, Dan Hooker, Yuri, Jan, Jamal Hill, JDM, Joe Pfeiffer, Johnny Walker, Hamzat, Kevin Holland. Man, the Kevin Holland nut shots, dude. That was crazy. I cannot believe they didn't stop the fight after the 5 minutes. The dude obviously was in terrible pain. I feel like the doctor should have stopped that. You got to read the fighter, man. Like if he's still that hurt at the end of the 5 minutes, you got to just call it. I mean, I guess it's good for, Mike Malott. He was able to fight and showcase himself, but Kevin Holland was super compromised in that one. Interesting fight in that. I'd never seen that before. Paddy Pimblett, Piotr Jan, Renato Moicano, Raul Rosas, Robert Whitaker, Sean Brady, and Shara Magomedov, as well as Tatsuro Taira. And that concludes the 2025 Topps Finest checklist video. If you like UFC cards, you're going to like my channel, so check out these videos over here and subscribe for more vids just like this.